from FACEIT League tonight. G2 and Fnatic kicking things off here in the pistol round.
Yeah, already getting started. G2 pretty much committing their entire team towards banana already. So, rude awakening coming up for Crims here.
I don't know, man. There lurks at Crims. He's got the Julies.
Oh,
yes. Yes, in they go into the Julies, and in comes Crims with only a single frag. I was building it up, and nothing happened. That was great. Olofmeister gets himself a quick nade kill onto Fox, but things look troublesome here for G2. They're all low on HP, but Jacob's going to lock down construction. And, well, that was didn't lock it down all too well, it would seem. Pronax busts his way in, kicks down the door, and Montclair is at the back of the site. Does not know which way to look at this point. Fnatic will take the round. But the bomb went down for G2.
No.
What are you expecting here?
I'm not sure what to expect of G2. They could easily go with Tech9's armor buy-ups, but I'm hoping that we're going to see a Nico and then a buy in the third round. And I think that's the most reasonable thing. And, well, yeah, only PT50 so far, so looks very likely to be a buy coming up in the third round. I think this is the best way to do it as well. You can tell a couple of SMGs on Fnatic's side, and I think that's going to be even better for G2 with the decision they've made, because unless the guys with SMGs on Fnatic's side end up picking up a lot of frags, they're going to have to stick with those SMGs going into the next round as well.
So it's looking a little bit risque for G2, trying to work their way up banana, but no bananas can be had for them. Fnatic holding all the bananas.
Crimson Olofmeister are actually been dropped down to very low HP, and obviously, if Gamer2 managed to pick up quite a few kills as well, then, well, there we go. That's going to be amazing for them. This is going to be so bad for Fnatic in the upcoming round.
Nicely done there by JW. He's going to pick up a kill onto Dennis. And also to Jakem as well. But this is not looking too good, actually, for Fnatic. Losing 2 players. Olofmeister is basically in need of a paramedic right now. He's bleeding out, but he's still going to spray him down with a P90. P90 is doing the damage. So Michael will find the frag back onto him. That's still a devastating round there for Fnatic as they lose 3 players.
Yeah, and the weapons they managed to save is a P90 and a Colt. So, literally, Flusha is being the sole guy who has proper weaponry going into this round. They do have a lot of nades, so that's at least a saving grace for them. You can see Pronax opting to go for dualies, actually. Somewhat surprising to me, instead of perhaps a 5-7 or even a Deagle.
Yeah, but they are gangster as hell.
That's true. Pretty bad. Have you seen how they hold him? Like, and also the SMGs?
Yeah.
Animations?
Yeah, super thug-like.
Certified badasses.
Okay, here we go. We got the Trey coming in on apartments. JW just doing JW things, and Pronax is going in. He's taking the Julies in there.
It's crip walking through raps.
Crip walking. Man, crip walking does look pretty awesome though. Now we do have Fnatic. Oh dear. I was going to say trying to get some information there, but that's not the best way to get information. Fox is going to take down an extra player, and they have lost control, have Fnatic of middle. But they still actually have 2 players up there, although Olofmeister will be shooting Pronax. And the fact that G2 aren't pushing at this stage, I think it should really suggest to Fnatic that they should really keep their eyes on banana. And it's a lonely Crims.
They're committing towards it as well, but oof. If Chris could have stayed alive for maybe like 5 more seconds, that would have been kind of the go-ahead sign for Fnatic to stack towards B.
Yeah, it's quite cool. I actually like that he's in that position by sandbags, because his teammates are so far away. It's like, okay, well, we're saying instead of this round, I'm going to sit in the site and get the information, hoping that you rotate in time. I'm going to try to kill like 2 or 3 of them. And if I can maybe get that with that element surprise, then maybe we can win the round.
Yeah. For me, I probably would have opted to go for the tiny bit more passive peek, so you still have the opportunity to get away. You can potentially pick up the first kill.
He didn't have the weapon for the aggressive play, did he, really? The M4, 20 bullets.
Yeah,
or the lack of bullets, rather.
Yeah, so if you can turn on the corner, potentially pick up the first guy, at least you're going to get a couple of shots off and then back off. Use whatever nades you have to just throw them down into the ground. It doesn't really matter what it is, if it's flash, smoke, or Molotov for that matter. I think that would have been okay as well, just kind of just gradually delaying the push coming in from Gamers 2, so they constantly have to be worried about the fact that they haven't been able to remove Crims from the site. Could do good, but in any case, it was a bit of a shoddy buy for Fnatic, seeing how they lost so many players in that previous eco coming up from G2. So it was going to be really rough for them anyway.
Yeah, it's Pretty nice spot here for G2, to be honest. Like to win in this fashion and really cripple Fnatic's economy in this way. I mean, they're not going to have the mace they want to play the game that they want to cripple G2. G2 can really get these engagements that they can really excel in.
Yeah, and Fnatic actually opting to go for a force buy as well. Quite a few nades, but not the most expensive weapons on their side. Wolfmeister being the only guy with the proper rifle. Well, JW is going to trade. And I guess with the weaponry being as it is, if you can get a 1-for-1 trade, that's something you're just going to have to be okay with. Even though it is going to give more map control to the Ts, they're going to have more room to work around with, but they're fighting an uphill struggle here anyway. I think at this point you kind of have to commit to one of the bomb sites if you're Fnatic. So I like what they're doing now, rotating Olafmeister over towards A, but at this point I think it's too late. Yeah, now you just have to run tail and go towards that B bomb site and save your weapons.
Yeah, this is really interesting because to me,
okay then.
Whoa, okay, that's a little bit crazy. We got JKMA should be fine, but that spray is not really working out too well, or the tapping and the moving rather.
Yeah, he actually managed to take Olafmeister. He came around the corner, and that was not intentional from Jacob's side, but it works out, I guess, in the end. So he's gonna be happy about that, but got a bit closer than it probably should have been for G2. Good spray control from Olafmeister there at the corner of Arch.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see if Fnatic can actually properly bounce back from this, because I would say that G2, to me personally, this map would be one of the ones that they would like the least against Fnatic. But they actually picked this map. Like I feel like G2, their strengths don't lie in the kind of gameplay you expect out of Inferno typically. But that said, they picked it against Fnatic this time, and Fnatic picked it against them. That's why they've already played it against. And that really tells you how Fnatic probably feel the same way as me in that sense. They're like, hey, G2, well, we think Inferno is a great choice against them.
Yeah.
But hey, they got 16-14 last time. They only barely just won Fnatic.
Yeah, that was because of Crim's massively, majestic display, pretty much.
Yeah, majestic. Good choice of words. Yeah, King Crims.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's like you said, if Fnatic plays towards G2's weaknesses, which would be having to execute towards sites and basically not allowing them to pick up opening frags, then that's probably a really effective way of playing Gamers 2 on Inferno. And that's something you can do with not that much issue either. With all the smokes you can throw down, you can basically funnel G2 in towards the site where they have to execute somewhere. And that's going to be really nice for you. But right now, obviously, Fnatic being on an eco, it's a bit harder to remain passive and still be successful.
Yeah, some teams can really just get completely just screwed over by you putting them in this position where you're forcing them to execute. That's such a hard spot for some teams to deal with. And Crimson looking for a little bit of extra damage here. Wow, he's going to find 2 kills. That's pretty amazing. There's surely no way he can get any more here. Dennis will silence him after all, and Fnatic are going to have themselves a buy coming in, but it's not going to be the best buy in the world. They're going to be lacking a lot of grenades. Would you like to see something out of the ordinary from them in this round?
I actually want to see them play super. Out of the ordinary for Fnatic would potentially be playing super passive. Okay. Imagine JW not rushing into apps, that type of thing.
Imagine a world. In a world
where JW doesn't push apartments.
There we go.
Well,
Boom, there it is.
Yeah, that works out. It gets traded though. And all of a sudden, see, this is the situation. Like, okay, so JW is still going to be JW. You can't, I guess, you can't alter that universe, too much. But I would have liked to see Olafmeister just play passively in a situation like that, and let Gamers 2 try to make the first move instead of you pushing into them. Right now, has balanced itself quite nicely for the Swedes, and they're up 3-1 here. Michaelelli in a bit of a rough position. Might be able to get 1 frag here, but he should be traded fairly quickly.
Nicely done by Fnatic to win that round. Again, the problem for them as well is that the mere $3,500 or $3,250 that they get for the elimination win is not actually that much. They lose that many players, so they need a clean round. So if G2 can keep just having the devastating results like that, Fnatic are going to be on the edge constantly. So that is not a place they want to be in. And JW's on the mag again. And I mean, there's pretty much only one place you'd really see him play that. And
that would be apps.
Indeed.
But I guess if there's one player you would like to have Mag 7 on, it probably is JW, and here we go.
Oh, it didn't look the window. It looked the window there.
But this is something G2 has to expect at
Wow.
this point.
Yeah.
You know that.
No way. No, this Vendetta. This is not happening right now.
He's probably gonna headshot Dennis as well.
Come on, let's go. Oh, but he's got a teammate for the trade. Pronax is in there, and boom. That's round over. Just because of essentially what is a very predictable factor. You know that, as you mentioned, you know that JW is likely going to be in the apps, or that is a very dangerous place, which you have to nade out, you know, this kind of stuff.
Molotovs, all that good stuff.
Yeah, so it's definitely hard to do it, hard to like know exactly where to place all the grenades, because you don't want to waste the grenades too much, but at the same time, it's worth it against Fnatic in many cases.
Yeah, and especially with an economic situation that they find themselves in as well. Yeah, and you know, we talk about one of the issues with playing versus JW on any given map really is the fact that you can't really account for what he's gonna do.
Yeah.
But I think that was probably as clear of an idea you're gonna get as to what JW is gonna do in a round. Yeah,
definitely. And the mag and the AWP are pretty interchangeable for him. Obviously, though, because he plays apps even with the AWP, he'll just go deep with the AWP apps AWP. And this round, of course, you know, it's gonna be up against Eco, so it does make sense to get that mag in there. And it also allows him to have more presence on what's going on in the apartments if he chooses to do so. I think he's at Boiler at the moment. Boiler's like that spot. This is like the JW spot. Even with the AWP CZ combination, you're going to see him playing this position so often, and he's very good at doing it. And it's kind of the scary thing because you can practice against as many people as you want, but there's only one JW.
Yeah.
And there's only one guy who's going to play like JW.
I think the only way you can get used to that is having either played with him extensively, because you probably pick up some sort of tendencies, because there has to be some method to the madness, right? Even though it might not be logical at all, but you probably pick up on some things that he likes to do more often than not, a certain path to get to where he wants to go in apps, that type of thing. And you probably just pick up that kind of stuff by playing with him, and day in, day out for several years.
So Fnatic, they bring themselves back into the match with some excellent play in the apartments from JW on the Mag 7, and now it's going to be about just keeping the ball rolling. And JW's still on the Mag, like he's going to stick with this as long as he can. And again, it is pretty interchangeable in the apartments for an AWP, to be honest, unless you want to make the bigger peaks. But wow, how do you even find that frag? Like, I mean, sure, he's jumping in there, but like just going for that peak and casually finding a frag is amazing.
Yeah. And he's probably he couldn't
not
be finding more here.
He is not done, but Jakem just barely gets in front of that crosshair so as not to be instantly killed by the mag. And now G2 are in the round.
Yeah, no, this should be... Well, the bomb is pretty delayed for Gamers 2 right now, so if Fnatic are in position to potentially pick him off while he's jumping out of apartments, that could be massive, but he's going to make it down there, and now the retake is so much harder for Fnatic.
So here we go, we've got Olaf in the apartments. Oh no, Crims gets completely destroyed there by Dennis. And we got Flusher by the little pit by Library, trying to get done what he can, and no fast frags because G2 are not peeking, so that means it's pretty much over here. They're just trying to lock in the G2 players, eliminate as many as they can. Good job done by Olafmeister so far. Can Flusher pick up one as well? Rain will be oncoming, and there he is. There it is. He will get eliminated. So great job here by Olafmeister and Flusher to eliminate a few players and get the money lower.
Yeah.
For G2, because definitely G2 are hurting more on the money, I think.
I think actually that death on Olaf could actually be a bit painful, depending on whether or not they want to go with an op. Yeah, okay, so he does go for an op, so that could potentially be been a bit more expensive than he would have liked. JW is just going to stick with that Mag 7. He does get into grooves like this. We've seen it on Nuke, we've seen it on Train several times. I wonder actually if it's still named Bank of Fnatic. It's Mag 7.
I guess we'll see. Well, it's the AWP on Olafmeister. He is pushed all the way down. This is crazy aggro from Fnatic again, and they don't even aren't necessarily playing with a huge amount of grenades to do this either. They're just up there in these close positions, relying upon an individual skill. Oh, great nade there. So much damage. That's like 100 damage right there between two players. And Pronax will spray down Jakem. In goes JW now from Boiler. He's going to find a player just for a second. Look at him just casually walking in there. This is ridiculous. I swear this is just ridiculous.
JW, man.
He doesn't care. Like he doesn't fear anything. There's no fear there. Just walks in, I'll just casually take 2 shots there in this really exposed position.
And that's actually
He
something.
doesn't get punished somehow.
And I don't quite understand how he's able to get so consistently like headshots. Not necessarily that he gets kills with it, but he dinks someone down to 20, 30 HP.
I feel that
First
the mag should not be as like this effective in a pro level match. I mean, Apartments is great, sure, for the mag 7, but the way
you're
that he's
peeking down into second mid. And
yeah, that's the thing, right? You're going down to second mid. You're peeking out of the window, out of the balcony into second mid as well. Sure, the range is okay, but it's like such an exposed position. But he's making it work. He's got 14 kills at the moment.
It's super weird, especially when if you'd used a sawed-off shotgun, those pellets wouldn't even make it as far.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They would have been vanished somewhere by the time they got there. So, strange. Now some aggression from Fnatic on the B bomb side. This is new. This is definitely something Gamers 2 did not expect. The triple push coming out from Fnatic there.
Well, if I was just sitting there, just inspecting his knife, just chilling by Archside's ult. Just not much for me to do here. So what do you think G2 like? What would be a good response to deal with JW? What is a good rounds, a good strategy for them to apply?
I guess right now they don't have the economy for it, but basically if he's creating such a nuisance in apartments early on, I think it's well worth it to use 2, maybe even 3 Molotovs to just clear out that entire thing. Because if he's still playing with a mag 7 and he's not inside of apartments, it's very limited how effective it can be unless he's sitting on balcony or something to that effect.
Yeah.
So I think that's something that G2 has to do if it continues to be a problem like it is right now.
Oh yeah, and look at this. The challenge is coming in towards the apartments again. With the pistols this time, they're looking to find that frag onto JW, but JW is JW, and he's got Pronax to help him out as well. That Pronax-JW combo on apartments is always really interesting to watch, the dynamic that they have and how they support each other. Because Pronax knows exactly what JW is up to, and JW does communicate his aggressions to his teammates very well. This is something that Devil, when he was coaching the team, assured me he's said like JW's really good at communicating all of his aggressive moves.
Yeah, and you need to have that, otherwise it could easily backfire. Because JW is not going to be effective every single time around he goes aggressive in apartments. He might get caught out, and might be 2 people just completely, pushing off of the aggression. And well, speaking of aggression. Wow. Fnatic are just running down G2 right now.
They're just going down second mid. This down middle, that's ridiculous. Like, it's not even like an anti-eco. They're just deciding, okay, we're going to throw that round in where we just rush everybody down mid. And that's usually good like once a match. Like, you can do that once a match.
But I think it's really cool that they do it because obviously they know that this is a G2 buy. So
if they had a plan.
Yeah, definitely something. This is something we saw a lot of, at least in Source, in the first buy round of games. People would throw in aggressions on the CT side to throw people off. So even on new CT sides, rushing into lobby, doing crazy stuff.
That grenade, the way that grenade bounced was awesome. But yeah, you're right. It's really good to see, especially we talked about this a little bit earlier as well. If you're struggling against a team, you want to try to get ahead of their mix-up. Like a mix-up, an adjustment will come from them eventually, and you really want to like get ahead of that preemptively and use the buffer that you have in money and to use that to take a risk. That's resources that you can use to take a risk, and it can completely crush a team. And we're seeing that happen now. G2 have to rely on another force buy, a quasi buy, just getting as much as they can in with having enough money left over for the next round. Oh. But this is savagery right now from Fnatic. However, G2 are managing to pick up a bunch of kills. Flush is going to flash himself straight through the smoke. He'll get the first frag there onto Rain. There is still 2 players left though. The bomb is making its way through the crawl space. Oh, Flusher, he looks away. Oh, but no, Rain's going back! He's going back! Oh no! Oh no!
Is this real?
No! How does he know? That's amazing. Fox has lost the bomb in the crawl space. GG right there, seriously, what do you do? Well, okay, Dennis has to try to predict this, and he's doing a good job if he actually goes down too slow, but the time is actually an issue as well with the bomb in that position. Yeah. This is like, I would feel so vulnerable right now, just be tingling all over.
Oh, he's coming back as well. Everything is going Flush's way.
This really sucks.
Jesus
Oh
Christ.
my god, that sucks. The funny thing is, so the funny thing as well is if someone's going in that crawl space, if you're actually looking at it, you actually see them pop up on the radar before they're visible. I think that bugs might still be there.
I'm not quite sure, but I know it used to be an issue before because the model would glitch through the wooden plates, and it would even count under the entire like floor, I guess.
Oh my
The
god.
entirety of the thing, but yeah.
JW has not bought an elf on that's the entire CT side is just using the Mag 7.
The even weirder thing is that he had a Colt for that one push down mid, and he got a kill, but then he died. So like, screw it, guys. I'm going back to the Mag 7.
He literally is the bank of Fnatic right now.
Yeah.
Okay, he got completely
wrecked.
wrecked finally. Finally, somebody's got the goods to take down JW in the apartments.
The name of his
Mag
right now is Duxkussen, which is, I'm assuming, similar to what Lånekassen is in Norway, which is basically you get money from it.
Oh, basically. Oh, okay.
That's the short story.
Interesting. Interesting.
Well, 5-on-3 retake or 3-on-5 retake for Fnatic. Probably not going to go too well, especially with Fox opening things up. They know where Pronax is as well, and now it's all down to Crims. No nades. He does have a kit, but I think it's a bit hopeful.
Good luck,
expecting
mate.
it to do anything here.
Good luck.
Yeah.
Good luck and get wrecked. Okay.
So what was looking like a really positive start for Gamers 2 just turned completely on its head. That just went completely out of control really fast.
Absolutely different match to the first one we saw from these two. In the first week, actually, a play, I believe it was, where you know, Fnatic was struggling. They were really struggling, and it was actually mostly because G2 was so effective at taking the A side of the map away from Fnatic, and they were always getting the picks in there. But this time around, it just did not work out, and JW didn't even have to buy an AWP. That's so ridiculous. The Mag did just as good of a job, even if not even better, than he could have ever asked for it to do. And
well, Rain with the aggression there, picking up Wolfmeister and Apps. It's a great start for G2, and Fnatic committing to this arch push, but Rain, okay. Rain's decided to be, you know, sparsome with his bullets as well. All of a sudden, JW all alone. Does get 2 frags, but pretty nice and easy pistol for Gamers 2 there.
But then, okay, so G2 know the Force Spy is coming now. They know that that's going to happen. But what are Fnatic going to do with their Force Spy? I'm really looking forward to seeing their choice. Pronax is going to get some nades. And some nades on Flusher as well. And whoa, they're actually not force spying, really. They're just
but
pistol saving, basically.
Yeah, but it's an expensive pistol save because of the nades. So I'm curious to see what they're going to try to do. It's not enough smokes to be super effective if you're going to go towards B. So assuming this is going to be an A push of some sorts.
Maybe they're just going to try to get the guaranteed plant on the haste, like towards the haystack on A or something.
Yeah, so they smoke at like pit.
Yeah.
Something like the car area.
That could be it.
Could be it. I guess they could also use it just as a measure of
I like this from G2 though.
Single kills.
Look how far back they're playing. It's really nice.
Yeah. Krim's going to go down. Not the biggest thing in the world. He didn't have any of the nades either, but nades gone on Flusha. Pronax has still to use a smoke. So I'm not sure if they have a clear idea what they want to do right now. Seems like they're setting up for banana. I'm not sure why they want to go up.
Oh my god.
That's disgusting. Well, I guess slow peeking versus 2 P90 is probably not the best way of playing that out, but
yeah. So we should see like another pistol saver here, I imagine.
Yeah. Oh, actually.
This is really interesting.
This would have made much more sense to me if they had more Molotovs, because then I could have. I don't understand the MP7 buy.
This is really unusual. This is something we're going to talk about later, but we're going to see it play out here. Big banana push, big banana nades from G2. Lots of action, and look how fast the flank is. It's already upon the T side. Fnatic. They didn't know what hit them, and JW trying to pre-fire the flank there. Very smart to do that. He's going to try to do it with the CZ now. He's absolutely insane. And he is not going to like what he sees. There's a bunch of CTs, and they are not happy. This is such a weird like, I really don't like this call because...
No, it's a horrible buy. It's an absolutely horrid buy.
Just to like highlight this, you would never ever see this ever. If you go and watch like 50 of the last pro matches, you'll never see a buy like this.
Unless it's like a CIS team, because they do weird shit. Like that shit.
Yeah, because we got this situation, right, where it's what happens is you win the pistol rounds. Sorry, you lose the pistol round, but get the bomb down. You can either force buy because you get the extra $800 on the next round because you got loads of money for the surprise buy and the execute, or you buy in the third round with the AKs guaranteed and have no nades. Or the other situation is what we saw here is that you lose the pistol round, no bomb plant, you force buy because you have no money and you have to save twice anyway, and that's when their economy is going to be kind of potentially weak. So and you can just win straight away and reset them, and boom, you're in a good position. No one ecos and then force buys because their economy is fine already.
Yeah.
And if you wait one more round, you got AKs instead, and yeah, it's just really weird.
Especially when you end up buying an MP7. I mean, Tech 9's sure, okay. I guess you could justify that in some way if you have an execute or something to that effect. But why would you buy an MP7?
It must be something they're just trying out for the major or something because like something weird because you would never expect that. So
That's
I mean,
very true. But
so the element of surprise might be the justification.
you're banking a whole lot on the element of surprise right there.
Yeah. I mean, that said, you know, if the pre-nades weren't solid there, then they would have had a harder time. But let's see if Crims can get some more damage. He's got 17 HP, no Kevlar. Flash is actually going to make one player fall back, but doesn't get eliminated in the end. So 2 frags out of that. I mean, like, look at the economy on G2. This is the reason why you got to respect your early rounds to the T side, because you got to have strong rounds to be able to impact the CT economy. If you let them get the ball rolling on the economy, you see this 4 incendiaries already. That's a very, very big difference maker for the CTs.
Yeah, that's a rough thing to go up against right now. And, well, I mean, finally we see Fnatic with a proper buy. They have a lot of Molotovs and nades on their own. Except for JW, obviously, picking up that up. So that's the first, you know, how odd isn't that? The first time we're actually going to see JW with the knob is on the T side.
Yeah.
That's,
and he's great at doing this. I mean, it's something that, in theory, is very hard to make work, but 3 players stacked in the apartments for G2, that is a little bit surprising. I think Fnatic were fairly surprised there, just as I was, and I'm sure all of you at home were as well, as the Fnatic now are quite crippled, but JW and Crims are still alive. Now, we'll have to see if that AWP can do some good work here for JW, get some entries, because that's what it's really good at. And we might see the first entry attempt here from JW. He's going in from the B apps. Nobody by Graveyard in the immediate proximity. There's the next angle. Great shot there from JW. Finds the head of Michael Aylett, and Crims now has an opportunity to get in there. Oh, JW, I think he heard something. Oh, what a shot! He's going to take down JChem, but his teammate Crims is gone as well. 10-10 is now the score, and this went from a game where Fnatic were basically stomping G2 and almost making fun of them, it felt like, to now a situation where they're like, oh crap.
Yeah, you're in...
What are we doing?
The auto shotgun coming up.
The sawn-off.
Coming up from...
The sawn-off. I think it's the sawn-off.
No, that's an auto, isn't it?
I'm pretty sure it's a sawn-off. We're about to find out soon enough. Oh, great kill there from... That is a really nice difference maker there for Flusher and his team.
I would see JW.
JW, let's see JW. 1,000 euros, it's a sawn-off. Yes.
Oh, goddamn.
The Kraken.
I thought it was shorter on the HUD.
The Kraken. Now, Fnatic know that they got the early pick, so essentially this is basically most of the time you just wait for the CT defense to spread out a little bit, and then you can capitalize. But there you go, you got Foxing with a fast frag. That's nice. More players coming his way as well. Got some teammates also. G2 looking like they could very well hold this. JW stuck on a sawn-off. He's not going to get anything done at these ranges with that. And G2 just clean up. Are G2 going to win this game? Is this what's happening right now? Is this the world? Is this the world we're living in?
Yeah, it is. They're actually
okay, that's
gonna
cool. I'm cool with that.
Like, it looks very much that way, because this should be an easy 12th round for Gamers 2. I'm very curious as to what kind of buy we're going to see out of Fnatic in the upcoming round as well. So far, we've seen a lot of weird stuff from them, and I'm not sure if all of it's experiments.
I think
like
experiments, some of it's
just like poor judgment.
It's like failed experiments in the basement.
Yeah. It's like these are all the Frankenstein buys.
Yeah,
from Fnatic.
Frankenstein buys.
Oh, Rain opens up.
Ooh. Ouch.
Yeah, that's the OpCon. JW is actually going to be able to hold on to that as well. Well, I guess we have seen weird things happen.
Here we go.
Oh.
So this is going to be an interesting situation for GT to deal with, because JW is a real danger with the entry potential, because you don't necessarily need armor, because especially to his AWPing stars, like peek, boom, and
Yeah,
that's all you need.
Yeah, you go. Well, you know, speaking of visualization, I think JW is probably one of those players who just visualize the enemies around every corner. So when he goes into peak, he's already shooting in his head.
Yeah,
while
yeah,
moving
yeah.
in. So
You're like pulling the trigger already. It's
Yeah.
such a weird feeling.
and oftentimes, like, he has a great awareness of actually how his opponents play, seemingly because he's super effective with it. He's really good with it.
Yeah, and here we go. We got the first engagements, first points of contact. Pitly smoked off. Flash will get the first kill into Michael Lele. They're going to get the plant here from Pronax. Oh, wow. JW somehow pulls out the frag into pit. I think through the floor or something. And Fnatic have a 3-on-1 all of a sudden. And this is crazy. Two of them don't even have armor. 2 weapons picked up. Pronax with the AWP, Crims with an M4, and Jacob's going to make his way through apartments. And he's going to know that they should be pretty low on the Kevlar here. First frag. That's the AWP down. That's actually a pretty big win.
Yeah,
He
but
could pick it up and run off, actually. But he is cautious that he could be... he's taking caution in the potential flanks. And Grim's just thunderfoots. He's just like, hello.
I'm here. Well, regardless, pretty okay round for Fnatic right there. Not quite sure how that went to... how that came to play.
I'm just going to... every single game today has been very strange and very unconventional for one reason or another. Every game, including this one so far.
Yeah, here the buys have been weird. And obviously, the way Fnatic just played with absolutely zero respect, after getting off to a super rough start as well. Well, yeah.
But things might calm down now. This is like the... we've got the second chance now, guys.
Yeah, now it's time to buckle down and do it properly.
So what I really want to see from JW is the entry potential in the AWP, like getting them in middle, getting them, you know, the pick towards pit, towards quad, towards arch side, maybe towards B. There's lots of opportunity to get that pick, maybe you know, from apartments into the site. He's very good at that as well. So that's what it's there to do. Sometimes JW is kind of ineffective on this T side, but sometimes the frags can be incredibly impactful. And he's just chilling behind the smoke there. There's not much for him to do at this point of the round.
Well, they're just waiting out. They have the time to wait out the smokes for now, at least in mid. And, well, there's only 2 smokes left, actually, in total on the team, and that's on Fox and Michael. But this is kind of weird. This is how I would have expected the first half to play out, with Fnatic being the passive team, waiting for G2 to be forced into an execution. But I think this is perfectly fine for Fnatic. They've shown this multiple times.
And they're going in right now. Crims with the first frag. He'll get a second one as well. So 2 entries from him. Dennis is there to try to stop him, though, and that's what he's going to be able to do. But he is without any teammates. He's got his back against the wall against the oncoming onslaught of Fnatic. And there you go. JW will finally get the kill, but not before taking a lot of damage. He's down to 11. We'll have to see if that really actually matters as G2 go for the retake. And we'll see JChem moving in through a little pit, as JW will find himself up onto the peak. Now this is a very tense situation. Not a single shot can be misfired here for Fnatic. They need to take dominance here. There's the first shot. JW will take down Jacob. Fox is going to sprint in, looking for the engagements. Both Olafmeister and JW critically low, but it won't matter. Olaf gets the frag, and Fnatic are well back in this one. G2 finally with a round in which they need to save. Yeah. They could force buy, actually. It's possible, because Fnatic's economy is a little bit weak, but I think that would be kind of a hasty decision at this point.
Yeah, definitely. There are still on the CT side. They should be favored to win most rounds where they have, you know, full buy versus full buy. But, well, we saw Fnatic picking up a pretty much free eco. Only a couple of guys picking up armor just a couple of rounds ago. Same kind of scenario for Gamers 2 right now. And we've seen CZ's been wrecking, like there's, like, you know, like it was early or late. What would it be? Early 2014?
Yeah, I really like using the CZ as well, because now it's actually, it feels like a hard weapon to use, but very rewarding because of that. And it is very good situationally. And if your aim is very good, then the weapon really rewards you. But you need very good aim for it to work properly. That's why you see, I think, a lot of success with it in the very, very, very top level. But if you look at the tiers below, people tend to stick with the 5.7 and the Tech 9. But here we go. JW's in. Nice shot there. That's what he's there to do. And oh, great second shot. Basically through his teammates. All of these shots, JW does not care if his teammates are standing in the way. Somebody's going to get shot, and hopefully he's going to be the opposition. But it doesn't matter if it's not.
No, anything goes.
Bloodlust, man.
Yeah.
Bloodlust. And there we go. This could actually...
Did he even... was it him to tag up Dennis as well?
Great shot.
It was. It was. He actually tagged him up with that with that nose scope as well. The great round from JW. Well, it's kind of using the...
It's basically a mag.
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of using it as a mag right now. So.
They're interchangeable at this point. He's got 30 kills already. 30 kills. So he's definitely picking up a lot of frags. I said rags there. I just left the F out. So he's picking up all the rags.
All the rags.
Collecting rags.
Speaking of rags, not a lot left in the Mega Gamers 2 right now. They're nearing bankruptcy.
Yeah.
So this is a must-win round for them. Otherwise, we're going to be looking at a Fnatic with map point at 15.
Oh yeah. All right. Let's see if Fnatic can hold strong here. They still need to bust into these bomb sites, and G2 are playing a discernibly defensive and cautious game now that they have been put into this position. Although that said, they are going for a few challenges there on the top of bananas, so got to be careful. But they have done some damage. Comes down to 12 HP. But the same can be said for Fox and JChem. They are also tagged up. And Fnatic will just back away. They'll send likely Flusher up there. He's usually their B-man, their banana man.
And they've done a really good job of getting rid of all the nades for Gamers 2 on that B-bomb. So you can see Fox and JChem, they don't have a single nade left. There's not really that many nades to work with at all. And there's still 40+ seconds left into the round.
Yeah, this is really good. I think you really just you drove the point home quite well in how important it is to have a player like Flusher who can basically create like pressures and engagements without dying to sap up all the grenades. It's a really big deal. Speaking of grenades, one of the few that is left for G2 is actually going to do some damage here, picking up a frag, and Fnatic faking them's way into the B-bomb site, it seems.
Yeah, and it's working. The rotation is already off, so Soul Warrior, I'm assuming, yeah, the smoke's down as well. No smoke actually.
No nades at all. They're going to have to go for the raw engagements. JW misses the shot, and that is devastating. Olofmeister, what can he do here? 5 seconds left. He's got to basically make sure he doesn't die after time. That's basically the priority at this point. Oh, no.
Running out of bullets as well.
Oh my god. I'm just losing my yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh god.
I really like the fact that they faked though. That was a really nicely executed A fake. They got the rotation over, but no nades.
Nothing's worse than dying after time is looking at your money and just your situation in your life and being like, what have I done?
Yeah.
What have I done to myself? So I was really rooting for all
of when the IRS catches up to you.
Yeah, oh yeah, this is bad. This gonna be
20
bad.
years later. No.
This gonna be bad. All right, 13-12, and as you said, your G2, very key round for them to win that previous one, and they managed to pull it out of the bag in the end. But now it's up to Fnatic to have similar case, because this is all of their money into this round, and they are ecoing for sure if they don't pull this one off, or at least get a bomb plant. And just pure rifles here for G2. Crim's looking for the peak there and the entry.
None of the G2 members actually willing to show themselves right now, playing very passively. And they've kind of been doing this the entire CT half. So sticking to their guns, or actually rotating over Dennis towards the B-bomb side as well. So their spider sensors are tinkling right now.
And this is something we were talking about earlier, actually. They've left Crims here. Usually what Flusher's job would be to be this guy.
Yeah.
To be basically the key front runner or the lurker lookalike on the banana area. But they've actually put Crims in that position, and they've gone back here. They've double backed into the banana area. They're looking for the push into the bomb site. The incendiary is going to go down to slow them a little bit, but it's not going to work all too much. Fnatic goes straight into the bomb site. G2 need a massive result here. Fox will deliver 2 frags, and there's still one more player. Jacob's left alive. He'll get a single kill. That's going to be 2 versus 2 now here for Fnatic. And G2 had a already good setup on that bomb site. This is a crazy situation. Fnatic need this round so badly, or else their chances to win this game plummet. Flusher, great shot there at distance. Michael Elliott's going to hit the ground, and now it's Crims together with Flusher against Rain. And Rain will take down Flusher, just one-on-one. He doesn't know where Crims is. He has to go for the prediction. And that will not pay off. Crims will win the round there for his team. Fnatic 14 and G2 look at their money.
Yeah, broken completely.
they're broke. So broke.
That entire round one win streak, all for nothing. So yeah, now we're kind of back to the same situation we found ourselves in, where we're looking at map point Fnatic if they lost that previous round, and now we're here, and not a lot to speak of in terms of weaponry for Gamers 2 right now. CZ and the P250 is pretty much what they have to boast with. JKM actually picking up light Kevlar as well. And Joel. If you're Gamers 2 right now, you're just gonna have to hope for a miracle. Otherwise, you're playing for overtime.
Oh yeah.
And this is actually a massive game in terms of the standings, because both of these teams have won 4 games out of 9 played. So whoever wins this is gonna get a.
Okay.
Yeah.
We all thought that was a double.
Yeah.
We all thought that was the timing there. 5 versus 3 now, though. Fnatic are in to this middle area with explosive fashion. It's almost like there was an explosive round there. Everyone just dies. Can you imagine if you could buy explosive rounds in Counter-Strike? How sick that would be. Okay, I don't want to give any.
Don't tempt them. Don't give them ideas.
No ideas.
Don't give them ideas.
Because they got the incendiary already, man. Imagine if
Matt Wood, if you're watching, no.
just
no.
Explosive rounds like napalm rounds or something from the P90, just like spreading napalm everywhere.
Getting airstrikes into CS.
Oh my god.
The horror. So Fnatic make it to map point after a lot of back and forth in this game.
This has been another strange game
Yeah.
here tonight, and it does look like they should be able to close this one out. They got a big lead on everything. Better weapons across the board, more
Better
utility.
Just and if they can play it the similar way they did in the previous round, where they knew Gamers 2 is gonna have a pretty shoddy buy, just take your time, make them spend their nades, and eventually execute towards the site. Nice and simple.
Nice and simple. Easy does it. G2 though on the top of Banana, they're playing behind the smoke here. This is they're trying to trick Fnatic into not thinking there could be 2 players from that smoke, or at least just that there could be 1. But I think at this point, I think a lot of the top teams know all these tricks so well.
You could tell, like, every time Titan, for instance, plays Banana and throws down that smoke, everyone just starts pre-firing it, and there we go.
2 big kills there from Flusher. The Banana Man for Fnatic is going to give them a nice entry. Look at the smokes going into the bomb site as well. Fnatic will just take their time, group up.
Yeah, super slow, actually. Not running in after getting those 2 frags. That's a bit surprising to me, but...
They got the lurker there as well in the boiler area.
Ooh,
oh,
Dennis.
Wow. No way. 2 kills from Dennis. The bomb is down on the floor. Crims will find himself a frag as well, getting in behind the... it's actually behind the GTs.
So, no lurker coming in from Fnatic, but they're going to take care of Rain. Well, Michael with 20 HP has one hell of a job in front of him. It does have quite a few nades to work with, and a well-placed AG could actually be the end of Crims.
Oh, it's going to sail in. Oh,
oh.
Well, through the smoke and everything.
Timely.
16-12, Fnatic will keep themselves in the running for a qualification spot. Of course.